Hi there, it's Roger. In this quick video, I want to show you a few things about the history and notes function with regards to privacy. So here's a typical workroom. In this case, I'm logged in as Adam Smith, and this is for a client named Charles. Typically, there'd be a last name here, but I don't think that person filled that out. This was just testing, but typically it would be first name, last name. And this is the files that are present. So a quick sidebar is if the document requires any upload, let's say upload a government ID, let's say it's upload of associated documents. If you're in the financing business, it might be upload of taxes. It could really be anything. Everything would be in this workroom. Now in that, the history is also going to show, and everything is time date stamped. It's important to know that the time date stamping is local to you as per the settings in your profile. So what I mean by that is if this client, Charles, is in Paris and I'm in Los Angeles, then this is going to be two different times. So when he logs in certain cases for legal contracts where you might have a midnight cutoff or something, it's just important that you understand that these times are local to you and translated to you. And so if you change your time zone in your profile setting, let's say you travel for business and you change your time zone, or let's say there's a midnight cutoff for a real estate contract or something like that, then all of these times are adjusted to each local user. Now it's important to also understand that we've got private and public notes. So here's what I mean is there's a note function here and the same exact function is up here. So we want to add a note. So we just click that. It opens up this little nifty add tool. Now what I want to draw your attention to is right here, you've got the opportunity to add a private note, which is only me. Nobody else, not even anybody in your company. This is really useful for just private notes that you want to remember about the file, let's say. You can store them right here. By the way, this notes function, this notes and history, is all over the application. So it's on the contact detail, and basically everything that I'm showing you here applies to a lot of different assets. So even though this is in a workroom, it could apply to, let's say, invoice payments or contact records or something like that. And as such, you can use it as a kind of a basic CRM if you wanted to. So we've got private notes, or more accurately, somebody logged in as you. So whoever's logged in is this person. Internal is company only. That function is coming soon. It's something we're coding on. So somebody who's not attached to the company couldn't see it. Everybody else can, meaning like, you get the idea. People inside your company can, but the client cannot, right? So that's useful for, let's say, fulfillment information. That's just a lot of times there's a whole bunch of stuff that the client doesn't frankly need to know, and that would be a good way to store that data, but some other members on your team might need to know it, so that's the purpose of internal. Public is anybody with access to this, so it's not just the general public. This isn't public on the web, but it is public to anybody with access to this workroom, which includes, in this case, this gentleman Charles, right? So as we're using for this example here, Mr. Charles here. So each item over time will be adding more and more to this history. So in this case, this was a web form that was captured. It should show the exact page it was captured on. The white background, these are public, so this is basically a slow messenger. Now, whether or not this person has emailed this depends on their permissions. Here's what I mean by that. In most cases, it's going to cause an email to them from SwiftCloud, but branded to you. So it comes from our servers, but it is going to have your logo and your colors on it as per your settings in your account profile. And eventually, that'll be also for enterprises that might be overridden by company settings, right? Company profile. In this case, Adam Smith made a note that also probably triggered an email, but it's depending on his settings, right? So it isn't a specific, if you wanted to email the person and override their settings, then you could do that through here, and we may be adding more contact methods in the future. I just want to draw your attention that this person will be able to see it in their history, and also will probably get an email when you add a regular public note, depending on their settings to this workroom. So basically you can subscribe or unsubscribe from a given workroom. Let's say it's the big boss and they just want the top level overviews. Just let me know when it's done. They don't want to know all the step-by-step options. Then they might choose to unsubscribe from that workroom. That's going to be specific to a given project or workroom. So again, that's up to their settings, but hope that clarifies. It's a powerful function. As always, in any asset, you can see who's involved just by going here to the people and permissions, and up here you can see who's there. This is us testing. Ignore this. This is basically kind of us playing with multiple role-based items. If you wanted to add somebody, just click this plus, and that generally goes for anybody. Hope that helps.